Rome in the 18th century was the eternal classroom of Europe, the place every educated mind felt compelled to visit at least once. Known as the heart of Christendom and the graveyard of empires, Rome lived in a strange balance between decay and authority. While its political influence was modest, its cultural gravity was unmatched. This was the age of the Grand Tour, when aristocrats, artists, and scholars from England, France, and Germany arrived to measure themselves against the ruins of the ancient world. Thanks to modern AI technology, we can now step inside 18th century Rome as it truly was. Not frozen or idealized, but crowded, dusty, theatrical, and alive. By animating the visual records of the era, we walk through sunlit ruins and shadowed streets, hearing footsteps echo where centuries overlap, and feeling a city that never stopped becoming history. We begin our journey in the Roman Forum, where the heart of ancient power has long since collapsed into daily life. In the 1700s, this is not a protected monument, but open ground. Broken columns rise unevenly from the earth, half buried and weathered. People cross the space without ceremony. Locals guiding animals, workers cutting across the stones, travelers pausing to look around. Grass grows between fallen marble blocks. The air is dusty and quiet, interrupted by footsteps and distant voices. Nothing here is fenced or sacred. The Forum feels exposed, informal, and strangely alive. The remains of temples and arches no longer command awe. They serve as shelter, landmarks, and obstacles. Rome's past lies fully visible, yet it no longer controls the present. Life continues on top of it, unconcerned and persistent. We glide forward into Piazza Navona, where Rome gathers in motion and sound. The long, oval space funnels people inward, filling the air with voices, footsteps, and movement. In the 8th century, this square is rarely still. Vendors line the edges, calling out goods. Carriages pass slowly through the crowd. Nobles walk beside commoners without separation. In warmer months, water spreads across the stone, turning the square into a shallow pool that reflects sky and architecture. Children run barefoot at the edges. Horses splash as they pass. Fountains anchor the chaos with sculpted stone figures, but everything else moves constantly. Piazza Navona feels playful and unpredictable. It is not designed for quiet admiration, but for presence. Here, Rome is loud, social, and entirely awake. We now move into St. Peter's Square, where space itself seems to command attention. The wide openness slows your steps. Curving colonnades stretch outward, enclosing the crowd without trapping it. In the 8th century, this square is filled every day with pilgrims, clergy, guards, and visitors from across Europe. Some kneel, others talk, others simply stare upward. Religious ceremonies draw enormous gatherings, yet ordinary life continues around them. Soldiers stand at ease. Merchants wait patiently at the edges. The square does not feel silent or solemn. It feels organized, deliberate, and public. Faith here is not hidden or private. It is displayed openly, framed by architecture meant to impress, guide, and remind everyone of where authority rests. Leaving the open light behind, we travel now into the Vatican's interior spaces. The atmosphere shifts immediately. Sound softens. Footsteps echo across polished floors. High ceilings pull your gaze upward, while long corridors stretch ahead with quiet authority. In the 8th century, these halls are busy but controlled. Clergy move with purpose. Scholars pause to study walls and ceilings. Guards stand watch, unmoving. Light enters from high windows, illuminating marble and gold in measured patterns. Everything feels ordered and intentional. Unlike the streets outside, Nothing here is accidental. The Vatican does not reveal age or decay. It presents continuity, discipline, and permanence. This is Rome's other face. Not ancient ruin, but maintained power, carefully preserved and quietly enforced. We drift onward to the Spanish Steps, where the city feels unexpectedly informal. Wide stone steps rise gently between church and square, creating a natural gathering place. In the 8th century, people sit freely along the steps, talking, resting, eating, observing. Foreign visitors mix easily with locals. Artists search for models. Conversations happen in multiple languages at once. There is no ceremony here, no sense of restriction. The church above watches quietly, while life unfolds below. The steps feel open, social, and alive with exchange. Ideas move as easily as people. Rome, often imagined as rigid and ancient, feels fluid in this space. It adapts, absorbs, and reshapes itself through constant interaction. We move toward the Pantheon as the city settles into its steady daytime rhythm. Sunlight spills across the broad stone pavement, revealing every crack, curve, and worn edge shaped by centuries of footsteps. The massive circular form of the Pantheon dominates the square with quiet authority, unchanged and unchallenged by the movement around it. People pass continuously, locals crossing the space with purpose, visitors pausing to look up, small groups gathering briefly before moving on. A carriage rolls through at an even pace, wheels echoing softly against stone. Voices overlap, then drift apart. There is no ceremony here, only continuity. The Pantheon does not demand attention, it absorbs it. Rome feels grounded in this place, ancient, stable, and unhurried. Time does not press forward aggressively. It lingers, layered and calm, allowing life to unfold naturally around a structure that has already seen everything. We now arrive at the Tiber River, where Rome reveals its working side. The water moves steadily, thick and muddy, carrying the marks of trade and labor. In the 8th century, boats line the banks, unloading goods brought into the city. Workers haul ropes and crates. Bridges overhead remain crowded with constant movement. This is not a scenic pause, it is a functional space. The river floods often, reshaping streets and routines without warning. Life here is practical and demanding. The Tiber does not impress, but it sustains. Without it, the city would slow, then stop. It is Rome's quiet backbone, supporting everything while remaining largely unnoticed. Finally, we look back at Rome from a distant hill, where the city gathers itself into a single view. Domes, towers, and ruins rise gently from a dense spread of rooftops. Smoke drifts upward from countless chimneys. Light softens every surface, blurring the line between past and present. In the late 8th century, Rome senses change approaching, though it does not yet react. The city appears calm, suspended, almost eternal. Nothing here suggests urgency. Rome feels content to exist as it always has, layered, contradictory, unfinished. From this distance, it is less of a city than a memory made solid, inviting us to linger just a little longer. Thanks for watching.